Hello everyone, welcome to our final vertical slice of Emoto. We are very excited to show you all of our progress. Starting in the main menu, we can either start a new game from scratch or load up a previous save. By starting a new game, Emoto's initial cutscene will begin playing. In it, we can see the player character going to sleep very tired, before waking up within the game world, their mind.
The game begins in the player character's bedroom, and by navigating outside of it, we are faced with pedestals serving as tutorial prompts. By moving close to them, an explanation of a basic mechanic from the game will be given. This is useful for first-time players. Here we can interact with the first checkpoint of the game, which allows us to save our progress. Past this starting area we have the hub. This is where we are given our goal, to wake up by collecting all of the items scattered throughout the player character's mind. Returning here after collecting them will make this prompt fully interactable and the game will end. To explore the game world, we enter the portals in the hub. They take us to the tunnels, which lead to the areas themselves. Currently, only one of them is implemented, the Prism.
Here, we see our first enemy, Addiction. If it sees the player, it will pull them towards itself, and the closer the player is, the stronger this effect gets. Getting caught by Addiction, as with all other enemies, will result in a game over, and the player respawns at their last checkpoint. Throughout this area, we can also find various instances of Fear, an enemy represented by a purple fog cloud. While walking through it, there is a chance for the player to get temporarily paralyzed, also indicated by an in-game prompt. Now we can collect our first item, the teddy bear. Collected items can be seen in the inventory by pressing tab. Since this is the first item the player collects, this information is also available in-game. In the inventory, clicking on an item highlights it and shows its name and a description. For active items, clicking on the top right corner will equip them, and holding F will take them out. We can use the teddy bear to temporarily protect us from the paralysis effects of Fear.
Another enemy found in the beginning stages of the prison area is Anxiety, the ceiling-crawling enemy who is fast but can only move if the player is not looking at it. Relatively safe by itself, just take care to always keep it in the corner of your eye. Here we turn around to pick up an item and Anxiety almost gets us. However, the player's heartbeat gets faster and their vision darkens as enemies get too close, and we use this as an indication to turn around. Deeper into the level, we find two new enemies, the first of which is Sadness. This enemy is big and slow and creates puddles of tears around itself and the player. Stepping on the puddles halves the player's speed. The second enemy is Rat, the blind monster which relies on hearing to detect us. By standing still or moving very little around it, we can remain undetected. Failure to do so will result in Rat charging towards the place where it last heard the player at full speed.
Sadness and Wrath come together in the final part of the prison, in a maze-like structure where the actions required to avoid both enemies clash, making for a challenging final area. To counter this difficulty, helpful items are hidden throughout it, helping the player to explore while being closely chased by two very dangerous enemies. Once all the items have been collected, we make our way back to the hub where we can now deliver them and wake up. Roll credits. This brings us to the end of our epic Emoto adventure. Thank you all for sticking with us through this presentation, and we hope you liked what you saw. Take care.